I can't say no. It's too good of an opportunity to get in here, guys. It's super dangerous and not a good idea, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna get a ton of XP from this run, though. Cool, this hunter's got all the quests. Sick, man. Ugh. Did not do this, but I know that I shouldn't do this. I should go to bed. Oh well, here we are. I don't think our healer's in here. Oh. Kane, what version of the game are you? Oh shit, dude. Dude, we are in so much trouble right now. Oh. All planned. That was the plan the whole time. Wow. Oh my hell, guys. That was wild. Kind of nice that we got that quest done, though. Dude, that was so close. Like, the heck? I didn't know you could jump up here. That's cool. Nice little shortcut. Yeah, good start to this Wailing Caverns. Exactly what I said. That's a sign of things to come. Hopefully not. They didn't roach out on me though. Like they actually stayed and helped. I mean they should. I saved them, but still. It's a good sign. That's a good sign. Dude, what is this guy doing, bro? Did he just try to sheep that? I feel like this dude's gonna get our asses into some trouble here. You have a sketchy group in Wailing Caverns. It seems a little bit sketchy. Looking like this is the hardcore finale of Wailing Caverns. Oh god, I hope not. I'm gonna be honest, this group is not giving me like super confident vibes though. Oh shit. Like our healer's not here. This is just like not ideal. I'm gonna go in here and then they can't blame me if they die outside.
I've been expecting you.
Did we not have a healer in here? What in the hell is going on? Shit, worth? My god, those are so good, man. Orange freaking white gloves. That's a big upgrade. 3 strength, 1 stam. Let's go. This is too sketchy, to be honest. Dude, these guys, like, I feel like I'd never have a healer with me ever. Like, the healer's here and then he's just gone. And I think he's helping the warlock to try to get into the run, but my god. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until the healer comes all the way back because I really don't want to die to this. I have good talents, though. I have 5 crit, 5 parry, so that, I mean, that's good. Doing the things I need to be doing here, but this doesn't really matter for right now because just when you press it, you have it or you don't. But later on, it's nice to have that pop up so you know how many blocks you have left when you have multiple charges on your shield block use. Yep, time to lock in, baby. We got a mob padding by. This slime always goes by. You got to watch out for that slime. Oh. Another pack coming by. Yeah, those are not designed to come together, which is good. Oh, the yawning's a good sign, chat. That means that I'm tired of not being level 19, and soon I will be. Probably like completely worthless, but whatever. Still really cool to have a ring. That's good in there now. That amount of shit. Yeah, we're getting a sheep off. That's good. Mage did a good job there. Got a mob walking into us. Taunt this. I'm going to go over here and grab this guy. Interrupt real quick. Pull him a little bit closer. Hopefully the mage does another polymorph on him. Okay, now he can't because he's a serpent. Cool, and we're good. Something very simple and feels really good about pulling mobs over with a bow. I don't know. That gameplay is just, God, I love this game, dude. It's so good. Just chilling, just auto attacking. A shot off. Boom, got him. The revenge wears off. There at the very end, hit a revenge. And what that did is that gave me a massive skill or a massive threat gap on the mob. Yeah, you always want to wait till the very last second to use an ability, especially one that generates a high amount of rage when you have a taunt debuff on the mob. It's going to give you the biggest gap differential between you and the number 1 or number 2 on threat, depending on what you're doing when you taunt. There's also, I feel like it's good to be a druid, or not a druid, a tauren, and be using a mace. I feel like that's the way God intended us to play druids, or I'm saying druids, tauren. So this thing's going to have healing aggro. So I just immediately taunted it to steal that threat. Mage is already on it with a really good sheep. You'll love to see that. And now that we got that weapon skill up, we're kind of cruising with this two-hander. Tanking with a two-hander is really, really good when you're leveling. You obviously need to know when to switch to a sword and a shield. But you generate a lot more rage when you hit with a two-hander than you do with a one-hander. So same thing there. That guy had a lot of threat built up on him because he was healer, right? So taunt him immediately. It's not really worth it if something like has a lot of threat built up on it. You sitting there and blasting away all of your rage is not an efficient way to pull that mob back to you. It's better just in that situation, you want to use your taunt, and then you can just use one ability to get a nice lead. Wonder how we do with a sword and a shield. See how this feels in here. Probably going to be pretty good because of how many opportunities I get to revenge when you do this. So you'll see my shield wall, my shield block thing will come up. As soon as I hit a block, that's going to go away. So I just hit a block, which was nice. I might get a second revenge out of that. I do. Nice. So massive threat lead on this mob. This feels pretty good too. Honestly, this feels better. I did get 3 revenges on this mob, so probably not like a super good thing to judge it off of, but let's see here with these guys. Oh, those guys hit me pretty hard. The really nice thing about blocking, other than obviously decreasing some of the damage, but it's not a lot of damage. Like my block value is 7, so it's not huge. But the really nice thing about it is that when you block, you can't be crit or crushed. That is an amazing cape, and I'm absolutely rolling neat on that. Sorry, Hunter. The thing is too good to pass up.
None can stand against the serpent lord.
So we'll pull the boss. I don't know if she can be sheeped, actually. She can be sheeped. Okay, that's good. thing is not turning red. I think it's just a UI error. Yeah. When mobs are that close to death, you don't really need to taunt them. Like, you'll be fine. That's interesting. I love the nuances. I've always mained mage, so I'm not familiar with it all. Yeah. There's a million little tips and tricks that you can do when you play a tank that'll really like mean the difference. There's another good example right there. I didn't have threat on the mob, but the mob wasn't autoing anything. She just turned to do a hard cast on the mage. So I don't need to taunt at that point. What I need to do is wait till the very last second, interrupt that cast, and then I can taunt the boss back to me if I want to. But again, your job is to make sure that people aren't getting hit by the boss. And if they're not getting hit by the boss, then you're doing a good job. There's a lot of different ways that you can make sure that people aren't getting hit by bosses. Like if you're fighting something that all it does is cast, all you have to do is kick. That's it. And the mob will never get to the people they're trying to hit. Dude, what is this? A freaking blessed run? Let's go. 8-slot bag. Awesome. We're using Plater. I've tried switching between different ones, and yeah, Plater is by far the best gameplay add-on, especially for tanking, but probably for anything, to be honest with you. Yeah, Plater's the shit, dude. Plater is like the best. I have this really cool package for Plater. Here, I'll link it to you guys. Here's the Foji Plater profile that I use. If you use that, dude, you'll be so happy. It's an amazing profile. Foji is the shit, dude. He makes such good stuff. They need to give every single race in World of Warcraft a weapon skill racial. Like literally everybody. Trolls already have bows, which is fine. Maybe give them swords as well. Orcs have axes. Taurens should definitely be maces. Okay, oh, this is bad. This is bad. Ooh, looks like we're gonna be okay if this doesn't pat down into us. Interrupt that, hopefully. I don't know if we did. Nope, we didn't. Can we put a dot on this thing? Yeah, I think the hunter's serpent stinging, dude. What are you doing, man? All right, that was actually handled really well by the group. That was a pretty dangerous little pull that happened there. Handled quite well. Sod style? What are you asking about sod style? Oh, for the weapon skill? I just think it should be baseline and classic. It's too strong for only orcs and humans to have weapon skill. Like it's just like, or meaningful weapon skill, I should say. Just too powerful. Like they need to split that up and let other classes have some. Yeah, I agree. I think weapon skill should be more available to all races, and races should have a little extra button, like 1% crit with that weapon or something like that. Yeah, just something, right? Really nice that he has this owl, because it basically does an additional demo shout on the mob, which is really badass. There's no really way to check, but like if you were to check like how much damage that thing mitigated, I guarantee it'd be a significant amount, because it's just up all on every single fight basically. I didn't really want to break that, but I had a revenge proc available, and that's like a lot of threat to just put on a mob that's not even been attacked by anything. So you guys can see now I'm like 500 threat above the next person, which means I can just auto this thing. Dude, revenge is so good. Like at this level, it's probably better than tanking with a two-hander. It's actually insane how powerful sword and board tanking is. So many people just like skip it because they just think it's bad because it's not ideal in game. Mage, the priest is begging me like, please let me drink. I am sort of known to do this when I play games. I like to go.
You will never wake the dreamer.
This was a very good farm in Season of Discovery because of how good this dude's items were. People would come in here and solo at level 25. Tanking is going well. We have determined that using the sword and board is better than using a two-hander. Because, again, Revenge continues to prove to be the MVP in my toolkit at this level for tanking. Which I knew already, but like, man, it's just so good. And of course, if you have a shield, you proc Revenge basically all the time. So the more tank deep dive stuff that only really sweaty nerds would find interesting, probably. Honestly, if you're watching the stream, you guys probably are really sweaty nerds, so. And Tactical Mastery will be like best thing ever when I get that. Torin, by the way, slept on. You get a free interrupt. Pretty damn good. And I gotta give this mage props, man. He is on it. I gotta remember him. Honestly, this whole group is pretty damn good, to be real. Dude, people sleep on how much HP the Tauren racial gives you. Like, someone was in stream and they're like, oh yeah, what does that give you, 100 extra HP? No, dude, if you're in full tier 2, it gives you 400, almost 500 extra HP. Like, that's a lot. That is like not at all an insignificant amount of HP. The amount of logs I've seen where people have died to 100 damage overkill is like nuts. Seems like a bit sketchy first, but looks like a good group. Yeah, the group is solid. The group is super solid. I could for sure have had a worse Wailing Caverns group, no question. You gotta remember, sometimes you don't want to interrupt these spells. If you have a really good amount of HP, you think a spell is going to hit you, and even if it crits you, you're going to be okay. Let it go through. You need the rage. I'm not tired. Good. I'm good. Oh boy. We're fine. Everything is fine. Cool, one quest down. 50% XP since I've been in here, by the way. Pretty nice. These guys are directing me. And to be fair, I should listen because I always end up getting lost in Wailing Caverns. I feel like this place is a gigantic puzzle. Like a labyrinth almost. I never get it right. It's crazy, dude. Classic is so iconic. You remember the names off the bosses that are freaking in Wailing Caverns. Actually, you know what? We're good. We can like pull a little bit here. Famous last words. I have the worst sense of direction, so I can never play tank. Dude, it's this. I'm pretty good about it. This place always gets me though. I feel like I'm always confused about which way to go. I end up getting there eventually because it's like a giant circle, but I've heard you can follow the followers, or it was the mushroom. Oh, you're right, bro. I totally forgot about that. It's these yellow mushrooms right here. I completely forgot about that. What a tip, brother. What a tip. Okay, we're going to run in here, do this, do that. Okay, so he put a sleep on the, that I can't interrupt that. Okay, but nobody did their sleeps on the, healer, so we're doing okay. Healing touch, interrupt. Oh, got interrupted, so I couldn't. Oh boy. I'm not gonna lie, my heart on that one. All of my interrupts missed. Oh baby. Oh, that is such a good weapon, dude. Oh, dude, yeah, that was pretty damn close. That will be awesome when I hit level 19. Be able to use that. Now it's like it's an obvious choice, like zero question. Not that there was really that much of a question before, but now it's like, yeah, you're for sure eating crescent staff. Blocked my revenge, but you have to remember, block does not mean that you don't get threat. Revenge still does a good amount of threat. Not based off of damage, it just does an innate amount of threat. So we are following the mushrooms. Sorry, my group actually is reacting really, really well. I know it's just because it's hardcore, but like these players are significantly better than like players in the normal version of the game. And of course it's because like their character's life is on the line if they make a mistake, but this is actually really nice. Like people are playing the dungeon the way it's supposed to be played. Those are really good for tanking, honestly. Agi's like your best stat by far. One of the things I love in SOD is how good they made defense. In Classic Plus, that's a change that they have to keep. Defense needs to be a worthwhile stat, and it needs to have some level of offensive value in order for tanks to be able to hold threat. Also, in my opinion, they should get rid of this whole tanks do a lot of damage meta. I think it's stupid. It makes tanks do dumb shit, like wear a bunch of garbage DPS gear because they want to do more damage so they can parse higher. I think it's just bad for the game overall. Let the tank get threat. Yeah, dude. I mean, that part kind of sucks too, because it is kind of shitty when your DPS just have to sit around and do nothing. No. There's a lot of changes I would like to see personally. One is they need to fix the prot tree. This tree is horrible. Really poorly designed. They need to put the defensive stuff at the bottom, and they need to make Shield Slam do like 5 times the amount of threat that it currently does. All right, what are we gonna get? That's a sick back piece. I gotta let the hunter have that one. I got the 4 Agi back piece. He can have that one. I feel like that's fair. Have you tried most versions of WoW, even if we all classic antis? Yeah, I've played it all. The last version of retail I really played a lot, where I was like raiding Mythic and stuff, was Legion. And then I don't know, I just love Classic. I think it's just by far the most superior version of the game. I had fun tanking in retail. It's kind of different, but it's ultimately, I don't know. The character progression just doesn't feel there. Do you like TBC, Wrath of Lich King, or Panda? I don't like any of those, actually, to be honest with you. I think that TBC is like an extremely overrated expansion. Okay, I'm tired, and so I'm kind of just saying things. I don't think those are bad versions of the game. Well, TBC, okay, I don't know if I think it's bad. I think it's like extremely overrated. I just love Classic, like actual vanilla, so much that it's difficult for me to want to do anything else. Classic is just my baby, though. And to be honest, I feel like I know so much about the game at this point. When it comes to tanking, like, you're gonna be hard pressed to find anybody in the world who knows as much about tanking in Classic on a warrior as I do. Not saying they don't exist, I'm sure they do, but like, there's not many of them. I'll tell you that. Almost high enough level to switch to my freaking mace, which will be great. Significantly higher DPS on this thing. Thing has higher DPS than my two-hander. I really thought I was going to struggle in here to hold threat a lot more than I am. Okay, well, now we're at low. I said that and we get to the level 21s, so. Oh, all right, this is where we got to do the jump. Hopefully not fall. Get it. Dude, it gives me anxiety every single week when we're doing Thaddeus and I have to jump across. Kind of trying to keep an eye on who these guys are casting on. If I do see a Druid Slumber going out on the Mage or the Priest, it's super top priority to interrupt that. Dude, that ring is insane. Holy crap. Come on. Keep on.
I am the servant.
That was a sheep going out on the healer, so we definitely want to kick that. He does it again before my shield slam or my shield bashes up. Then we have the foreign racial war stomp that we can use to interrupt. So far, so good. And that guy's level 21, dude. Wow. That is such a rare drop. I've like literally never seen that damn thing, I don't think. That is an incredibly rare drop. If he doesn't take it, I'm taking it. I'm assuming he's going to take it. All right, this is dangerous. Holy shit. I need the pet to take this off of me. That's too much to... Okay, all right. I'm going to be the backup pet, backup tank to this thing. Get some debuffs on this guy. Resisted that. That's bad. Dude, that first hit literally did 50% of my life. That is insane. There it is again. Oh. Man, that is rough. You know what would have been sick is if I could have gotten this living root and then I could have not taken Crescent Staff. But that's fine. The guy freaking smacked me around. My God. Half my HP, man. That was wild. Get a rebuff before we go. Oh, yeah. He was hitting way... Yeah. I think to that one hit, I was worried because it didn't have my health, and I was like, shit, dude, if he hits me again really fast, like he parry haste or something, I'm going to be gone. Oh, I can use my freaking mace. Forgot about that. This mace is so awesome. Has a chance to poison the target on hit, which is super cool. All in all, a pretty solid Wailing Caverns. That last guy, Veridin, he's the most dangerous for sure. The level up is nice. Next 5 points, we're going to get him to Tactical Mastery, which is going to help significant amount, especially when we're tanking. Going to be able to charge in and then swap over to defensive stance, so we get to keep the rage. Really, really nice. Let's see what you get out of the old egg machine here. Mongoose. Elixir of the Mongoose. Not bad. All my tank consumables in there. This boss, I feel like just drops caster stuff. What's your guys' favorite dungeon in all of Classic WoW? Like, what's your absolute peak, most favorite dungeon?
What?
If these guys give me a moment, I might be able to keep threat, but if they just rip, well, then we already know what's going to happen.
Interrupt.
I actually got the taunt off, so that was kind of lucky that it didn't resist. Second taunt also hits. Good. Okay, so we get a revenge in there. Oh, we got it right at the end. Try to keep him off of the hunter. Terrify is coming out again pretty soon.
Interrupt.
Taunt again. That one missed. Going on the hunter. He needs to kite a little bit.
Interrupt.
I am awake at last.
Said it was only caster loot. I was sorely mistaken. The prophecy has been fulfilled, and the mutant scale breastplate returned to its rightful owner. My God, the drops in here, chat. How sick is that thing, dude? Get out of here. That is like such a good freaking chest plate to get, dude. 23. I can't even wear this for like 4 more levels. That's wild. Such a good item, though.
Looking for something special.
Nice to have that checked off the list, too, because that's like an item you really want to get. So all this stuff, don't need any of this. And then we get Heroic Strike, Disarm, Thunderclap. None of that's any good at all, so we don't need to go train. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is.